Okay, so if your horse is pretty good at moving the shoulder over and it already knows how to move the haunches over in a disengagement, you've already taught them that if your leg comes back at position 2, they move the hindquarter over. You've given them an idea of how that works. And if your leg comes in at position 1, then you have given them the idea that they should move their shoulder over when you give them this leg aid. Now when you present a leg yield command, you use a circle, and you need to follow through with these 2 leg aids to try to get the 2 body parts to move in unison. If the shoulder isn't moving over, you need to start asking at position 1. If the hindquarter isn't quite moving over, you can slide your leg back, ask a little more towards position 2. But all in all, you do have a combination of rein aids. When you ride a circle on for the start of a leg yield, you do need to start with a wide base to your rein. You want to make it clear to your horse. As I start to ride in a clockwise circle, I'm going to subtly bring my horse around me. I'm going to subtly lay my leg and be ready to push with my inside leg at 1. And then my outside leg is going to balance my horse just on the tips of its hair at position 2. You can see that as I go around. I'm positioning my horse in between my legs in a bend. So this is the primer for a leg yield. Next, I'm going to need to give her the actual aids. And I want to show you the outside of what this maneuver looks like. I'm going to bring my inside rein up to the outside shoulder, as if it's going to come up and touch my outside shoulder. But if it actually does touch, my reins are too long. I need to follow that step where I need to slide my hands down and find the mouth. Just a contact, light contact. And here's what it looks like from the outside. It comes up and touches the neck, but this horse will bend to the inside of my circle. When I start to perform that leg yield, I will apply my inside leg at 1 and open my outside leg. So I'm going to open the door for the body to move through. I'm also going to open the door with my outside rein. Open that rein up. So the horse is going to feel this negative space and move through the open door. I start with my circle. I apply my aids. My horse is green, takes a step in the leg yield direction. I release. I'm going to apply the aids. Inside rein, up to the outside shoulder, and 1 step, leg yield, release. So the first step is leg always first. My leg powers the maneuver. Leg on, rein. Slight leg yield. I gotta feel the horse move to the side and release. I have to be knowledgeable enough to feel the horse move to the side ever so slightly and release. Bring my leg in, support with my rein aids. Push the horse. More leg pressure than rein pressure in this maneuver usually works better. If your horse is fighting the bit like this horse is, it's a great example to show, because you can't let this horse take the rein out of your hand. You do have to stick with a horse that fights the bridle, and that's a common green issue. They just need to understand that rein pressure comes off right after they perform the right maneuver. So stick with them. hold tight with your aids, and then one step in, release. Repeat 20 to 30 times. You have breaks after each step, and you can assess your progress after 20 to 30 times. Usually you will have a horse that will leg yield and assess that they are having success. Follow through with ask, tell, demand. If your horse isn't following through with your leg aid, you might have to become more assertive with your inside leg, pushing them through into leg yield. So again, if your horse if you need to demand a little bit, I'll demand with this horse. So again, I'm gonna lay my leg on. Demand a little bit because she didn't move over right away. She leg yielded much more cleanly with a slight ask, immediate demand. She's a slower type of horse. So I'm gonna bring my leg aid. There, much better response with a leg yield. So I hope that helps bring an idea into starting the leg yield and ask till demand to get a better leg yield. I had to come in with a lesser aid the second time after the demand. You always have to do that. If you always demand with your horse, your horse is going to become dull to the pressure. So you need to come in with a bigger and bigger demand each and every time that the horse becomes dull to your leg aid. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we come in softer, as slight as we can, with preceding the demand aid, and we want to make sure that we release right after, so they know that soft aid really is valuable to them. They want to follow that soft aid. It's part of our relationship with them becoming an alpha and moving their feet.